Did you give him an itemized list of the damages? Where
yes.
is the notice?
Well, I didn't put it into this packet, but there's text messages where I'm asking him for money. We also stood in the kitchen and I discussed it, and I know...
No. The law is clear. It generally has to be a written notice. So I want to know, when exactly were you evicted?
On July 26, 2022.
And so now the plaintiff is suing you for $3,150 for rent. What rent does that apply to?
So originally it was only April and May, and then later I'm asking for April, May, and June because he was evicted in July.
Do you deny you own that much rent? You don't deny that.
I don't deny that, no.
Okay.
It states that in the 15-day notice, by law, the landlord is supposed to state whatever sums are due, but also state that if you have a pending rent relief application, you cannot be evicted for non-payment. And there also needs to be an attached COVID-19.
You were evicted for non-payment, yes or no?
Which,
Your Honor.
You claim there was an exception to doing it by law, and you claim that by equity he shouldn't have done it.
I claim that it's...
And by law.
After 2 years of living for free is not equity, Your Honor.
We're going to excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both very much.
This courtroom is now in recess. All right.
I'm glad I don't live in that house, let me tell you.
Y'all see the pictures? My God. So you have the defendant here who's making a claim about the plaintiff not being able to collect on back rent. We know that that's not the case. He can collect on back rent, and plaintiff is suing for $3,100, around $3,100 in back rent, property damage, and legal fees. What are your thoughts on the back rent?
Well, the defendant admits he owes $24,000 in back rent. The only question that we have is, what's the impact of the eviction? Did the judge actually address the issue of the existence of back rent or not in granting the eviction? He didn't ask for an eviction on the basis of this guy being a nuisance. He asked on the basis of rent.
Yeah.
I understand he may, although he couldn't prove it here today, have abandoned some portion of the back rent owed in order to more expeditiously move through the court processes. But that was his decision.
So I would say he should be denied back rent because it's premature. He has pending an application for rent relief.
The relief can only cover 18 months of rent, and he owed for 24 months. So there is no doubt that there is 6 months that is uncovered. He's only suing for the rent. He told us here today for April, May, and June.
Right.
However, the months of April and May were the exact 2 months that he has already brought suit for. So I would give him the June rent. And the legal fees of $500, which we also have no proof of, were also specifically requested in the complaint.
As far as the legal fees are concerned, I'm not really inclined to give him that.
So I would also find that those are preempted.
I don't have any problem.
Well, I'm sorry.
So we don't reach the issue.
So he's precluded from asking for April and May. He's precluded from asking for legal fees because he's sued for all those things.
Right.
And what do we say about the property damage?
We're going to apply the security deposit to the damage.
Okay.
And it's not up to him at this point to say I want it for
back rent.
For the back rent because of the unfortunate reality that all of this stuff is kind of being pushed forward until these rent applications are granted or denied.
But he's seeking to apply the $995 security deposit against maybe months 4, 5, or 6.
That may be covered by rent relief.
No, it can't be, because we know that rent relief can only cover 18 months of the 24 months owed. So there's 6 months that are uncovered. We're giving him 1. We're finding preemption on 2, and then there's 3 left. What he's saying is he wants to hold the $995 back for non-payment of rent, not for security deposit against damages. I think he can deduct unpaid rent.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so then I would give him the...
So you're going to give him the full amount?
We're going to give him the 1 month of rent that is not preempted for $1,050, and then $1,350 for the property damage to that door and the door jamb that all has to be replaced that he provided receipts for a total of $2,400.
Okay, we have a verdict, and it's unanimous.
Unanimous.
Okay.